Right, we are on 3.2. Now, I love paper 2. Paper 2 always makes me feel so relaxed, so excited. So we're going to look at 3.2 here. Tseho also intends tiling the dining room and the lounge floor. So on 3.1, they said Tseho wants to change windows, right, from wooden to an aluminium or something. Now here, he's also going to change the tiles. Okay. So he's saying here, the dimensions of the lounge floor are 4 by 5 meters. Now, dimensions means measurement. So when they give you the measurements like this, measurements can be length and breadth and height. So that'll be 4 by 5 by 10, 4 by 5 by 1, 4 by 5 by 2. That means length, breadth, height, right? But here, it's only length and breadth. So this room, which is the lounge, is actually 5 meters by 4 meters. Doesn't matter which way you make it, right? And then of the dining room floor, which is 3 by 4. Now, I know they're conjoined, but I'm not going to join them. I just want to see what their measurements are. So this other one is 3 and 4. So that'll be 4 and 3 meters. So these are the rooms that are going to be tiled. So it says the information and cost here. Tseho intends using tiles that are, this is 35 centimeter by 35 centimeters. Okay. So the tile that Tseho intends to use is actually the same on both sides. So it's 3 centimeters this side. What do I say? 35 centimeters this side. That's a big tile, ne? It's a big tile. And 35 centimeters this side. So that's like bigger than a ruler on each side. Okay, those are big tiles. And you get 4 of them in one box. And it's 143 Rand and 484 for one box. So I already know they're going to want us to find out how many tiles are going to be used, how many boxes, how much each box is. It's going to be a lot. Tile cement costs. So when they tile, they use tile cement, which is 99 Rand per 20 kilograms, which covers 3 meters squared. Now let's understand something about this. A 20 kilogram bag will be used for 3 meters squared. So if I have a 20 kilogram bag, I can only use it for 3 meters squared, right? Will give me 3 meters squared, or for 3 meters squared, I use 20 kilograms. Now, another part would be she needs 4 bags of tile grout. Grout is what is put in the lines between the tiles, right? That's what they put it there. And 8 if I'm remembering correctly, at 89 Rand 90 per 5 kilograms, right? So this one is sold in bags. So one bag is 5 kilograms, right? Okay. She needs 4 bags, right? So we know how many bags she's going to use here. She's going to use 4 bags, and they are 89 Rand 90 per 5 kilogram bag. The cost of labor, so this is going to be the cost she's going to pay for the person who's going to put in the tiles. And then Tseho's total budget for the tiling project is 15,000. Now, as you can see here, this is finance and measurements. So this is why it's important to do paper 1 first and learn everything from paper 1 and then come and apply it here. Now, here what we have is that we have a budget here. So this is the money she's putting aside for doing all these tiles. And so what is a budget? A budget is a plan, a financial plan for the money that is going to be used. Sometimes there's money coming in, going out, but this is the money either she has or she plans to get to then use for this project. Use the information above to answer the questions that follow. Okay, show that the total floor area to be tiled is 32 meters squared. Now, this is lovely. I love it when they do it like this because they've gone and calculated the area for us, and they're just saying now prove that it's this. Okay, sure. In fact, they're not saying prove, they're saying it is this. Now go and calculate and see that it is this. Okay, so let me just see if I copied the measurements correctly. So one area will be 4 times 5 and the other area will be 3 times 4. Okay, now let's do this. Is how I'm going to answer this. I'm going to say 3.2.1 and I'm going to calculate for a lounge. Right? The lounge, the area there is equal to, we are given the formula area of a rectangle because those rooms are both rectangles, length times breadth, length times width, right? And we are calculating the area, so I'm not worried. I know that the unknown is there. And then for area is equal to, the length is 5 by 4. So that would be 5 by 4 or 4 by 5. You'll get the same answer. And that is 20 meters squared. Right? And then I'm going to go ahead and calculate for the dining room. So the dining room is 3 meters by 4 meters. So we're going to say area is equal to length times width. And then we're going to say area is equal to 4 times 3. And that is 3, 6, 9, 12. So this is 12 meters squared. So now I'm going to say the total for the two is equal to, and then I'm going to say 20 meters squared for what? For the lounge, plus 12 meters squared from the dining room. And then I'm going to get 32 meters squared. Proved it. There it is. Showed it. Okay. That was not a difficult question. That's why it's 2 marks. Okay, now we're going to come here and say, determine how many boxes of tiles Sekgo will need if an extra 10% of the number of tiles must be added for cutting and breakages. Okay, now because the tiles are rectangular, are squares, and the room is, we can use area to find it, but I'm not going to use area. I'm going to use the length. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead here and say for 3.2.2, I'm going to go find out how many tiles are on the lounge by saying that I'm going to go ahead and do this now. Okay, this is going to be simply for explanation purposes. So if this is the lounge, right? This is our lounge, right? And the lounge is 4 meters by 5 meters, right? And then, okay, I'm going to cut it out. This is the lounge, and the lounge is 4 meters by 5 meters. I'm just going to put one tile there, right? And the tile on this side is 35 centimeters, and on this side it's 35 centimeters, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the length of the room and I'm going to divide it by the length of the tile, right? Okay, so when I do that, I'm going to make sure that the units of measurements are the same. So first I'm going to say 35 centimeters divided by 100. That would be 0.35 meters, right? And then I'm going to say on this side here, I want to find out how many tiles are going to go there. So I'm going to say 4 meters along the length, 4 meters divided by 0.35, and I'm going to get 4 divided by 0.35. I'm getting 11,4857143. Now let me tell you something about this. 11 tiles are going to go there, and 1 tile is going to be broken. So I'm going to go ahead and say there's going to be 12 tiles there. And I'm going to go to my drawing and say there's going to be 12 rows going that way. And then I'm going to come back on the width here and say on the width, we have 5 meters divided by, that's 35 as well, which means we're still dividing by 0.35. And then 5 divided by 0.35, and we get 14,28571429. tiles. So 14 is full tiles and 1 is going to be broken at the end of the drawing there, at the end of the room there. Okay, so that's going to be 15 tiles. Now I say, so it's going to be all along there, there's going to be 12 tiles. And once you lay them that way, it's going to be 15. So it's going to be 15 times 12. So the last part then will be 15 times 12, and you get the number of tiles, which is 15 times 12, and that is 180 tiles. All right, so we're going to come on this side of the room now. This side is also 4 meters by 4 meters by 3 meters. So let's do this side. So if I put a tile on this part here, and then this part is 0.35 and this part is 0.35, right? So I'm going to do one along the length and I'm going to do one along the width as well, right? So let's find out how many tiles are on this room, which is the dining room. Okay, so that is 4 meters. And we've already established like the length that is 4 meters has how many tiles you get, right? And then we have the length that is 3 meters. I'm going to calculate for the 3 meters divided by 0.35. And then I'm going to get 3 divided by 0.35. I'm going to get 8,571428, so on and so on. So that's going to be 9. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to say 3 times, so that's going to be 12 times 9. And then that's going to be 12 times 9, and I'm going to get 108 tiles on that room. So this room is going to be 12 times 9, which is equal to 108 tiles, right? First of all, here we have 180 plus 108, and that is 288 tiles, right? So now I need to find out how many boxes we can buy. They said that for one box has 4 tiles, so I have to find out how many how many boxes will get us these tiles. So I have, like I said before, you don't have to do this cross multiplication thing. That's just how my brain thinks. So I have 288 tiles, and then I need to put them in how many boxes. Then I cross multiply. 1 box times 288 is equal to unknown times 4 tiles. And then I divide that by 4. I divide by 4. See, you could have just said 288 divided by 4, and you would have gotten the same answer. But I do not know how to do that, so I do it this way. 72 boxes. Now, we are not done yet. We know that it's going to be 72 boxes, but they said, and that's the part for 9 marks, they said that extra 10%. So I'm just going to go ahead and say 72 boxes. I'm going to increase this by 10%. Therefore, I'm going to multiply by 10%. So 72 multiplied by 110 divided by 100 is 79.2 boxes. Now you can't buy a half a box, so we're going to buy 80 boxes.